Catch the bus by my motherfucking self.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh shit, you live. Hold on.
That's wild.
Let me treat you nice. Peace, everybody. It's me and my baby. You know how we do. What?
No, what the fuck? I want them to hear that bullshit that you was. Go potty, baby.
What? Told you about putting my business in these streets.
Y'all, let me just say, right here, right now, on live, that he treat me like he ain't got no motherfucking sense.
Ooh, turn the camera off.
He be acting like a motherfucking donkey around this bitch. I swear he is like a motherfucking silverback gorilla around this motherfucker.
We'll be right back.
You would think Godzilla was walking through this motherfucker. I have to beat my... You know what I mean?
Fuck you.
What? I'm talking about he don't be like
people jumping here, jumping right back out. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like they jumped in and jumped right back out. So
okay. What the fuck?
I came in like, what type of shit are they on? I'm out of here.
Peace.
Lady Lori.
No, Lady Lorraine.
Hey, say that
That's
shit.
what that says.
Say that shit, because I be
Peace,
fucking
girl, Lady Lorraine.
What's up, baby? Who's Lady Lorraine?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's what's up. Shit, welcome. Fuck you, man. Welcome home, baby.
Right, okay.
Welcome home,
because if you
Lorraine.
are here, you are in the place to be. Look at you trying to finish my sentence.
Or not to be.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, she do that. Yo, yeah, we just tapping in, man. We feeling good today, man. And, you know, we was like, you want to go on and holler at the Weebles? Like, yeah, we can do that. Like, what we going to bless them with? Nothing. You know what I mean? Just going to kick it a little bit. You know, a little cushion coffee with a cat. Good to see y'all back together live. I don't fuck with her. We ain't together. We just in the same videos at the same time. What? I was just telling him how good it is to be back. Help, this bitch crying. I was just telling him how good it is to be back.
That's not what you said.
What you mean?
That's not what you said. That's not what I was hearing. I was hearing shit talk. Good
Talk
to
to
see
me,
y'all back together. Oh, we back up in this thing.
I just want y'all to know I'm colorblind. The fuck?
Okay, and what do that mean?
That means I have issues differentiating between colors.
But what does that have to do with anything right now?
Well, I gotta have to do with something. I can't just share what I want to share with my people.
You can share whatever you want to share with your people. I was just wondering why you were saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of feel like it was like some shots trying to be thrown. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Donald Trump.
Like, like you trying to say something about what color you got on or something. Like,
how would I know what color I got on?
You don't need no shoes, 7. Go in your room.
So yeah, y'all know it's your boy Sincere 7 coming to you live and direct, representing the what? Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, the P.A.D.
Ooh, look at there. Good old shout out. And I am Tatiana, representing the House of Genesis. Because we do both of those.
Right, we do both of those.
We do both of them.
So most of y'all are already aware of the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit and what we do. And some of y'all is like, what's this House of Genesis shit that they keep bringing up? Well, if you've been to houseofgenesis.org, then you already know. Listen, if you've been on houseofgenesis.org and you have not signed up for the email list, oh, you bugging. If you've been on the site already, you might as well sign up, get you some savings, get you some free ish, get you some shit shipped out to you, get you some discounts, all of that type of ish. So,
oh, yes. We have something that we were supposed to be releasing yesterday, I believe. Well, we didn't actually set a date for it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? The packs.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the packages and stuff or whatever. So we have some great things that we've been putting together. And he likes to bundle things.
Like to give it all
he
to you.
loves a good bundle deal, okay? And that's how we ended up with a brand new refrigerator and stove.
Can you get a bundle
Because
deal?
he want to bundle some stuff together, you know. So yes, I am looking forward to the bundle deals. The only people that will have access to the bundle deals is the people that are on our email list.
Right.
So if you are not on our email list, then you will not get a part of that beautiful bundle deal.
Because we got to have somewhere to tell you what we giving you.
Exactly.
We got to have somewhere to let you know this is all the shit coming in the bundle, and we can't really, you know what I mean?
We can't really do it all live,
like, you know what I mean?
And direct.
Doing it, you know, because they be like, and then you can't get on Facebook for 14 to 30 days. They always fucking with me.
You know, I'm sitting here looking at, and the way that we're sitting, it looks like I'm one of those Amazonian women that's all taller than my man and stuff. I like
you. Ain't that much taller. I'm only 5'1". You only 5'11", 11, 12, 11. Fuck you looking at? I hate people.
So I'm 5'3", actually,
and I'm sincere 7. What? Oh, height.
You.
Okay, I'm 6'1".
Fuck you. Okay, you 6'1"?
Tell them what we drinking. I just slouch. I'm actually 6'1". Well, I'd be like, you ain't no 6'1". I am. I just, you know, being tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh God.
It was so difficult, and I couldn't really change the dark or the handsome, right? So I just started slouching. You know what I'm saying? When I stand and when I sit and during intercourse. So see,
you just almost made me spit out my fucking drink.
almost at it. It's about timing, y'all.
Listen,
you gotta watch for the sip and then throw something out there.
Listen, he been trying to get me to spit out my fucking shit since this morning. Like, I was oil pulling this morning. He like, oh, you can't talk. Let me go ahead and say something funny. I'm like trying to avoid him.
How many of y'all oil pulling?
So I'm drinking cacao.
Me too.
And he put a little bit of his microdose cacao inside of mine, even though I already microdosed.
Good deal.
So that's going to be interesting.
What's your microdose? What capsule? What size?
I did 100 milligram with lion's mane and niacin.
Okay, 100 milligram pad stack. I did 500 milligrams straight psilocybin. Yeah.
And he put a little bit of that 500 milligrams inside of there when I got 100 milligram inside of here already. Yeah. So that means that my 100 milligram gonna go to like 100 and what?
110, 120. You ain't get that much of my shit now. It was like a tablespoon of cacao. How much of the microdose could have actually been in a tablespoon of cacao?
Why you gotta say it like that?
I don't know.
What was that all about?
I don't know. I think because that dude looked at me and I was debating whether blowing his shit out or not. But this is a friendly establishment, so I'm gonna try not to tear this up in here.
You know what? You know who's on my mind right now?
Who's on your mind right now?
Uncle James.
Uncle James.
Uncle James.
James Hunt.
Shout out to you wherever you are. I love you. And I pray that I see you soon. Very soon.
And I would like to say that I am honored to be a part of your story.
Ashe. We got some people that we would love for you to meet too. You know what I'm saying? We got some people that need to meet you more than you need to meet them. You know. So with that being said, you know, pull up on us.
I think it's time we have a little pad get together. No, you know what? We should. Are we gonna have a pad get together? We're gonna have a House of Genesis get together. Cause that's what we hear. We're gonna talk to y'all a little bit about that coming up. You know, we just doing our little Weebles, you know, review and all of that. But again, giving you all the understanding of the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, or the PAD, and the Hog.
Cause we got Hogwarts.
You know what I'm saying? Ooh. The Hog is the House of Genesis. You
the House of Genesis, you know, okay, so the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, that's his baby. You know what I'm saying? I just was the carrier. You know what I'm saying? I helped him cultivate it. You know what I'm saying? The House of Genesis is my baby, and he helped me cultivate it, even though he is the worker of them all. You know what I'm saying? Like
he hired me.
He does all of the workings, and I do all of the scheduling and the back end things. You know, and the House of Genesis was a more focused setting for healing. Okay. Because the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit is for educational purposes and exploration purposes. The House of Genesis is literally for healing and character growth development.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
When you come to the House of Genesis, you've already maybe explored psychedelics, or you may be not interested in psychedelics at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're coming to the House of Genesis, because you don't want to go the route of plant medicine, fungi, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Well, when you come to the House of Genesis, you get a whole different hookup. You get a whole different setup. You know, we focus more on what you're looking to do with yourself and how you want to move forward. You know, that's where we do a lot more of our counseling sessions. Well, I can't say that because counseling goes with the Psychonaut Academy.
So I was gonna say there's a thin line where they both connect.
Yes.
And basically, if you want to keep it simple, it's the mind and the body, y'all. The P.A.D or the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit is for the mind.
Yep.
It's for the exploration. It's for the entheogens. It's for the psychedelics. It's for the traveling, the mirror magic, things of this nature. Shadow work, right? Where House of Genesis, this is for illness. This is for ailment. This is for pain. This is for, you know, so that's what we trying to get you. It's the mind and the body. Because running the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, all of the years that we've had, where we were pretty much focused in on the psyche, you know what I'm saying? Being a psychonaut, exploring the depths of your psyche, your mindset, your consciousness, all of these things. And we found that a lot of people who came, that the time that they spent operating in the not self, it went deeper than just affecting their psyche into their actual physical body. Anything in the physical realm was first in the divine realm. So if these, how would we say, imbalances in the consciousness and in the daily functioning of self had you so out of pocket to your eating habits was fucked up, you had bad health habits, you had a lack of or a deficiency to a lot of different things over long periods of time, these things started to affect the people physically. So coming to us and dealing with the consciousness and the mindset and the things that they were having issues with and solving them still left something to be desired within the physical body, with all of the things that were thrown off because of where their consciousness was, because of where their habits were, because of what they were doing, how they were doing it, who they were doing it with. It left lasting impressions on the physical body, and now their mind and consciousness is fine, but they still need some work. And that's where the House of Genesis comes in.
Ashe. So I've dabbled around in a lot of things for many, many years, and a lot of people know within the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit that I have a few products. But when we did the House of Genesis, I felt more compelled to offer these products and services that I have a little bit more. I decided to take it a little bit more serious because it was just something that I was doing. I started making products for my family. It was things that needed to be addressed in my family on a mental and physical level. So I was like, well, in order for me to do this, I have to do and produce these things. So I started making soaps and body butters and salves and just different things that would be a benefit to my family. And then it changed, and it was like, okay, well, supporters as well, because I had started allowing like people to experience my products that weren't family and friends, and I kept getting these awesome reviews.
Right.
Like I had one of my people who had fibroids, and I made her a tea because I already had the tea. It was like, all right, well, I got this tea, and she actually told me multiple ways that she used it, and she came back to me probably about a month or so later and was like, yo, like my fibroids are gone. Like I went back to the doctor and I no longer have any fibroids. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, that's dope. So I was like, well, I know that blend works. And then I was taking my herbal teas while I was um, pregnant. And then I did some stuff after for postpartum. I have pain relieving body butters as well as um, salves for skin irritants, right?
Share this video, y'all. Share. I don't usually ask that, but share this video.
So I wanted to just give you guys a little glimpse of what I do, okay, for the House of Genesis. So my teas come in this really cute golden little container, okay, and you'll know which tea you have when you open the lid. Okay, this is the Kiss Her Nice blend. This is for any women that are experiencing anything going on with your womb. Okay, this one is a generalized tea. This is for if you experience cramps, heavy bleeding, bloating, fatigue, PMS. You know what I'm saying? Anything. If you have endometriosis, adenomyosis, fibroids, and cysts, you can take this as well. Because this is my general womb tea. But I have specific teas for specific things. And every one is made specific to my client. So this is why I said this is a general tea. If you have a consultation with me, I customize a tea for you because your womb issue is not her womb issue, right?
So you know how people say, I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm not gonna say that because I did mean to cut you off.
You did, obviously.
I meant to cut you off. And hold your mindset where you was at.
I'm there.
Okay, hold that for a second.
I got you.
I just want to take a minute to say, she don't say this, and she, in a private consultation, she might say this, but I've noticed that she don't say this on live a whole lot, and I think I know why. And that is from my point of view. From my point of view, what I've witnessed, what I've watched, and what I've heard, what she's talking about right now is her specialty. The womb and reproductive organs on male bodies and female bodies. This is her specialty. This is what she dives into. This is what she studies. This is what she comes like that's why when she said the thing about testimonials, I'm like, yo, yeah, you be getting it in the womb. So I just want to throw that out. She might not throw, like people say that as a snake venom practitioner, my specialty is oncology. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? How y'all just gonna put that shit on me?
It is though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and sometimes your specialty ain't what you pick. It's just sometimes what you do.
Yeah.
It's maybe it's because of the way I don't know. But that's why I was thinking that, because I've never said, oh, and you know, within the venoms, you know, my specialty is oncology. I'm like, that don't even sound like me. I'm like, what's oncology? No, I'm talking shit. But so I just wanted to say that while she was talking, this is her specialty.
So I would say that you know, like yes, my specialty is the reproductive care, and then my minor is in the body. Oh man, look who calling. I know, right?
Please. Hey, Auntie, how you doing?
So I work with the body, whether it be energetically, whether it be physically, whether it be internally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work with the body. That's what my mastery is. Because I know that in order to operate in this physical realm, I got to work with the body. You know what I'm saying? So, my story is my son had ADHD, right? And they wanted to put him on medication. I put him on the medication. I put him on it. He was on it for 2 days. And after that second day, my baby was sitting at the table and he looked like a zombie to the point where I got scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally was terrified because my baby was lifeless. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah. So I started doing research on the medication one that they gave me, and then the side effects that these medications brought. And then after I started doing the research on that, it was like, whoa, I'm giving my son liquid cocaine for the last 2 days. So I was like, there has to be another way. Like, y'all getting this shit from somewhere. Like, so I started researching natural remedies for ADHD and ADD. And I found all of these list of herbs. And I was like, oh shit. So we got in a car and I went to the grocery store and I bought some chamomile and lavender tea. And I went home and we went on about the rest of our night. And that next morning, I brewed my baby some tea. And I let him drink that tea. And he went to school and he had a fabulous day. And he came home, he was like, Mom, I had a good day, and da da da. And I'm like, perfect, this is great, right? So I was like, all right, something about this works, right? Well, I myself had endometriosis and I had adenomyosis, and the adenomyosis had got to the point where my uterine wall had attached to my abdomen. So they wanted to go in and laser my uterine wall and my abdomen from each other because that's not supposed to happen. Okay, you're not supposed to have this attachment. Somehow or another, there had been some scar tissue that had built or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I got it done, y'all. Let me tell you, I got this done because at this time, I don't know any better. I don't know anything. So I stopped going to the doctor after I had that ablation done because one, my doctor, he left, he went to South America to go do something. I didn't feel comfortable with any of the other doctors in his office. So it was like, fuck it. I have to put my reproductive health in my own care. You know what I'm saying? So I started just researching and I started playing around with herbs and I started researching all of the products that was used around in our household. And I started flipping out. Okay. So now I changed our toothpaste. Now I'm making our soap. Now I'm like, okay, we go do body butters. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right. So I played around with body butters for years, but they just smell good. I would do a rose one, a mango, a lavender, whatever, And the only people who had access to any of the products I made was my family, my sister, my mom, my friends, and any of my clients. So if you came and got your hair done by me, you was liable to be able to buy soap, body butter, and jewelry because I was doing it all. You know what I'm saying? It felt good to me. I was having fun. And then people started requesting it. Oh, can you make me some body butter? Oh, can you make me some waist beads? Oh, can you make me this, that? And I had about 4 people that I made waist beads for that got pregnant. And he was like, girl, I done got these waist beads and now I'm pregnant. Or, girl, I done got these waist beads and I can't keep my husband off of me. Or these waist beads. Because 90% of my clients were married, successful business women that just needed to be in touch with their feminine nature a little bit more. So I was like, okay, oh, girl, you got my body feeling good. This body butter, this and that, or whatever. But now, even though it's giving all this rave, I'm not excited about doing it anymore because I was doing it because I just loved it. I was having fun. It was something that I could just do. But now y'all are requesting it, and now there is a demand for it. So now I'm like, I have to actually make time to do these things. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I just started saying no. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nope, I'm sold out. You know what I'm saying? And whatever I had just stayed for my household. You
She
know
get
what
on
I'm
my
saying?
nerves, y'all. She get on my nerves.
So then, fast forward a little while later, and I'm not doing hair anymore, and I leave and I go to live in New Orleans, and now I'm vending. Okay, so now I'm selling the things that I'm making. So I have to do this because this is the way I'm making money. But I'm having fun because I have a marketplace environment type of vibe, right?
Adult
So
ADHD treatment is needed for the community as well.
I have a tea blend that is actually customized for adults, and I have it for children. But I also have it for the children that need the adult level of herbal remedy. Okay, so it's conversations that we have, it's dosages that I need to know from your doctor that you are getting. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are taking medication, I have a whole process. I've been doing this shit for years.
You know, actually, I was thinking about that, and that's what I was going to say to the peoples is, look, Weebles, if y'all want to take the Western medicine, the drugs, the pills, and the things they give y'all, that's cool. I'm not anti.
Yeah.
But I would say this, use the herbs on your children.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't give your children that shit that the Western, they don't even know what you telling them to use. And this is where you will start. I'm going to tell you, there's been clients that we've had that have figured out how things work and how successful these things are by their children using them and them seeing the differences in their children.
Absolutely.
We had a client that did the microdose integration protocol program, which is the program where you get 7 different, modalities to microdose with, 2 of each for 14 days. And so she gave her son the ashwagandha, natural herb, something you could buy at your local herb shop or from us. And she said that she seen it in him, that he came home. He said, yo, I was like able to concentrate, and it was different things that she said. So I don't want to say anything and say something different than what it was. Mm-hmm. But the point was that the testimonial is that, hey, so let me get an order of that ashwagandha for my son, because now he microdoses the ashwagandha before he goes to school, and he's able to navigate his emotions and conversations and challenging things a lot more effectively. I mean, come on. So and I'm saying that to say, as adults, I see children as people who are growing into adulthood. They're young adults, no matter what age they are. 1 year old, this is a young adult. Yes. Growing into adulthood. So, the things that we do, the things they do, they should match. But if we got to work our way to that, start off with them small because they're smaller. They now know what you're doing. Let me say that, because some herbs are not for children, not for babies. So
it's important to know contradictions.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get a book in a minute to show y'all, because education is really free.
That part.
It's free. It's free as fuck. And I know because I fucking got educated. I literally was going to the library, okay, checking out books, 5-6 books at a time, because when I read, I got a multi-read. I got to kind of.
Now I will say, continued learning you have to pay for, and that's where you buy the books and take them home.
Now that's different.
Because not only do you learn right there on spot the things that you would have read in the library, but once you saturate that in and you move forward in your works, now you can come back and read that other part where you didn't catch, where it talked about the next level of. You always go back and read your books again, and you're always going to grasp something else
different.
Because the part that you needed the first time, you don't need this time. You got that already. So when you read through that, you read right through it. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And then there's something else to catch you, like, oh shit, I ain't never did that. Okay, now I'm about to start making sounds.
Right.
All right, now I'm about to start,
Okay,
like
so
that.
then that's how I got into it. I was making all this shit.
Oh, here you go. My grandfather just died.
I knew it was somebody. Okay, granddad. Ashe. We waited on that for months.
You knew I thought it was. And nope.
I know, yeah, because she ain't going nowhere. She kick it for a minute. His grandmother is resilient as fuck. It's so refreshing to see a resilient elder like that. Like she is. Woo! Anyway, right? So I was like, all right, I'm vending and shit, and I'm getting my stuff out there. And the person that I'm dating at the time was making body butters and shit, right? And then when we separated or whatever, it was like, damn, like I still want to be able to have this or whatever. And it was like I had to figure it out and shit, right? Well, years go by or whatever, and I had already been making it. I figured out what I wanted, but I got pregnant, and I was pregnant with Sweet Baby, and I had her, and she became teething. And I was like sitting there, and I was like, man, I'm not about to put no oral gel in my baby's fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I need something to help and soothe my baby's gums. Like, this is torture. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to know. So I'm like, what can I do? So I was like, wait a minute. She can eat shea butter because it's edible, because it's all natural. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay. I was like, I got some herbs in here. I was like, okay, okay, let me get my ass to this fucking kitchen. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I researched. I got all of the different things that was for anti-inflammatory, pain relief, soothing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, now. And I got my ass in the kitchen. And I made this beautiful creation here. Isn't it pretty, y'all? Look at her. There she go. Okay. That emerald green, doesn't that just make you just feel love? Right? That was my intention. Okay. Because I was going to be putting this in my baby's mouth. And so I was like, all right. And so I went in the kitchen and I made it. And I made a small little batch. And I bottled it up. And the little leftover remedy that was in the glass, I just took it. And I went in there and she was just sitting there. And I just took it and I rubbed it all across her gum. And she was, she was eating it. You know what I'm saying? And she looked up at me. You know what I'm saying?
Her finger,
yeah.
like, hold on.
And she kind of just relaxed a little bit. It was like instant relief for my baby.
Yeah.
And every single time when she would see me reach for that jar, she would know.
Yeah.
And she'd open her mouth. She was ready.
Yes.
So it was like she knew and I knew that it was working. And I was like, good.
She would be fussy and whoop whoop.
You know what I'm saying?
What was it that she would do? That's
she'd go,
okay.
Yeah, she'd be
like, like this shit aggravating. Yes. And she'll just be crying and she'll go grab that shit and rub it on. And I'm talking about she would instantly just be like,
yes, like as I'm rubbing it, because as I was rubbing it on, I'm applying that pressure. You know what I'm saying? I'm applying that pressure that I know that she is needing because that shit irritating. Have y'all ever had a toothache or anything? Just imagine teeth growing in. That's bone growing through a set of gums, my nigga.
All right, so look, y'all. If y'all know us, if you know me, you know I'm already a self-proclaimed asshole.
Oh, okay? God.
So I know. I be saying, she be like, really? They like when they say Toby and Fats and they talk about their relationship, they be like, that nigga do not like her.
Yeah.
That ain't shit. That's probably how people be talking when I be talking about you and they don't know the whole story. Because look, she a big ass kid, okay? She a big ass kid, I'm a little kid. Or she a little kid, I'm a big ass kid. I ain't figured that part out yet. But I'll be here with clients.
I'm a little kid.
And I'm talking and we building and they say something about a pain in their body. And here she go, jumping up, leaving the room. We're like, where the fuck she go? We go through a talk. Here she come back around the corner. Here, put some of this up there. I'm looking like, man, get the fuck on, man. Don't nobody, man. Boom. She rubbing this shit. Here, where her? Here. Here these motherfuckers go. Damn, wait a minute. Hey, what the fuck? Let me get a butt. I'll be like, oh. Every time.
So
every time.
What end up happening is
that should be funny as hell.
Shout out to the Parkers, Selena and Brandon Parker. Shout out to y'all.
Socialite.com.
Oh my God, because boom, okay.
Yeah.
They come over one night and Selena is having pain in her knee. And I'm like, oh man. And I'm like, here, sis. You know what I'm saying? I like, put this on your knee. You know what I'm saying? And just let me know how you feeling or whatever. She like, all right, cool. So she put it on her knee or whatever, and she's sitting there, and I see her kind of like rotating her shit. She moving it around. She like, you know what I'm saying? I'm checking her out. She like, damn. She was like, okay, this feel good. So she was like, it's feeling a lot better. Listen, she called me when she got home. She was like, sis, she was like, girl, I'm able to move. I'm doing this. She was like, this knee been fucked up. I ain't been able to do this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay. So she posted about it on social media, and I had a few people order it. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, this shit, it must really work. And she got away.
Now, let me tell y'all, for those of y'all who don't know, the beauty of this story that she's telling is that Selena and Brandon Parker own Socialite Body Care.
Essentials. That's the name of it. Socialite
Body Essentials. Okay,
yes.
Where they have some dope hair products for detangling, for getting your shit fly.
Oh, what you talk about?
Facial creams.
What you talk about, baby? Because I wear it. Okay,
right.
heavily.
Like everything. So when I'm watching this go down, I'm thinking, girl, she don't want no shit you made. She got their own company and shit. The fuck, like they got their own shit. You know what I'm saying? And sis was like, yo, get like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I fucks with this. This is, and I'm like, damn, this is dope. So when she gave the shout out and she was, I'm like, that's really dope. That's really love in our community. That's support right there. Because it's not a lot of people out here
that's gonna promote another person.
Man, so I was like, I knew they was real. Like, I mean, I been knew they was real, but it was like,
but we were still fresh. This was still fresh in our relationship.
Right.
We had just met them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had just met them. She ain't have to do that.
Yeah. They got natural deodorant. Listen, y'all.
We wear the deodorant.
Socialite.com.
I have their facial cream, the mask seal. I use her facial detox and cleanse and the toner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with her products. And just because I fuck with her, she just released her own pain butter, I believe. Boom. Okay.
Hey.
So she told me, she shouted it out, and it was like, all right, I know my shit is good because I'm a Reiki master. As I'm working with anything that I do, I'm activated, period. So everything that I do is Reiki infused. All right, cool.
I'm a Reiki practitioner. I'm not on that level yet. I have to be intentional. And, you know, I'm not a constant practitioner such as my man's Negus. Shout out to my man.
Shout out to Negus.
You know what I'm saying?
Book them. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So it was like, all right, cool. So then I had another experience where my auntie has arthritis in her knee and in her back. And she came over one night. It was my mom's birthday, and she brought one of her friends, and her friend just had knee surgery. So my auntie sitting there, she like, oh, my knee or whatever. I just went in the room and grabbed my shit. I rubbed it on her knee. You know what I'm saying? Her friend was sitting there, her knee all just, you know, it's stitched up, and you could tell it done healed, son. She got a cane and shit. I'm like, I rubbed it on her shit too. You know, just a little bit goes a long way is what I tell them.
Hey,
okay? I was like, okay, so then cool, right? So I'm like, you know, just let me know how y'all feel. Shit, like okay, cool. My auntie, she like, shit, I should feeling better already. Now, mind you, this lady just had knee surgery. Okay, she did a knee replacement. Okay, so now this means that what normal people will regularly feel, it takes her longer because she doesn't have all of her natural products anymore. You know what I'm saying? So this means that she had a knee replacement. She got a piece of metal. You know what I'm saying? So now this means that it's going to take a little bit longer. It's going to have to take a little bit more to penetrate. Okay, cool. We sitting there, my auntie feeling good or whatever, and she sitting there. I'm like, how you feeling? She's like, I mean, it's a little bit of relief, but you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you've had a knee replacement, you fresh out of surgery, your shit hurting. You know what I'm saying? I should have put double the amount on her, right? But I didn't, because cool, right? My auntie called me or whatever a couple days. She said, listen, she said that shit worked so good. She was like, that I was good for 3 days. She's like, I am in pain every day. I need a bottle. Cool. Gave her some. Okay. A little bit goes a long way. So she ended up sharing it with the person that had the knee replacement because she ain't had the money to buy it. Instead of her telling me, she just didn't buy it. You know what I'm saying? I told her, but she came back and she said that she was able to walk without her cane. My baby, my shit don't play. But I just don't be out here telling people because word of mouth is what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be reaching the people that it needs to reach. And so, and so now he be like, "Bitch, you got so much money just sitting in that motherfucker." And I be like, so now I'm a little bit more comfortable with letting people know I have a pain relieving butter that goes a long way. This is a 7-ounce jar. Okay, it's filled to the rim, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? This jar will last you 4 months, but it is also great for skin. Okay, it's very moisturizing and hydrating. Okay, it is good for clearing up skin because it has rose infused sunflower, which is hydrating for the skin, which is a natural vitamin C. Okay, we're getting all of it in. It has vitamin E oil in it as well. I mean, it is loaded with a lot of shit. So a lot of people use it for all over their body because it is good for relaxing the body. It's good for if you have insomnia, if you're having a hard time sleeping because it is lavender scented. So you are going to be relaxed in a motherfucker. My shit don't play, baby. I'm not fucking with it out here. He talking about he don't know, nigga. When he be having back pains and aches and whatever, I just rub it on him. He think I just be rubbing his back. No, nigga, I'm about to put you to sleep. You out of here. You know what I'm saying? Cool, right? So
I'm not saying I don't know it works.
I know.
It be when the people are telling their stories,
I know.
the severity of what they're going through, I be in my mind like, damn, they need some ooh-wah. And she'll bring out the oil, and I be thinking, that ain't gonna be strong. And then it do, and I be like,
because
damn.
what he picking up on is,
you know what I'm saying?
How I need to tap into their bodies, because what is happening is the mental shit that he picking up on has already manifested into the physical. I told you I'm a body worker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm picking up on the physical pain that has manifested from whatever it is going on. You know what I'm saying? He fucking with your mental. He about to get you together up there. But bitch, I'm about to work on this body. Let me heal this pain, because you ain't even about to be able to think straight for the shit that he about to say. I gotta open you up first. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. I gotta open you up. Cool, right? So then Sweet Baby had a diaper rash. It literally just came out of no fucking where. But she was teething. So that just happens sometimes. They just get irritated or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, let me get my ass in this kitchen. Literally within hours, it was gone. The next day, out of there. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, look. He was like, God damn. I'm like, yeah, that shit out of there. He was like, what the fuck? I'm like, yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Because my shit can't be fucked with. It's called the Goddess of Light Collection. Because see, if Ife taught me anything, she taught me how to channel this light into what it needed to be. I'll be back.
Oh man. So yeah, man. So like early on, it was like, you know, a lot of women make products, you know what I mean? A lot of women do, and I'm talking about how I seen this, right? So when we met and we got together, and it would be like because I remember when she was doing the waist beads and people was trying to put in orders. That's why I said I can't stand her, is because she literally will have live orders trying to come in, and she'll just be like, I don't feel like it. Like if it turns into she's getting a lot of orders, it turns into a job, right? It seems like a job. Like she has no choice. She got to have this done by this time because orders that came in. Got to have, and that's when she'll get to bag it up. Like, we doing too much now, right? You know. So when she started making, you know, the different salves and stuff like that, like she said, she didn't put them out. You know what I'm saying? She didn't. So I'm like, all right, you know. So we would use them in the house and stuff like that. So when she would use them on somebody, I'm seeing it like, well, shit, you don't put it out there, so it must not be where you want it to be yet. Then I started understanding this spoiled. I don't want it to feel like a job, so no, I ain't doing it no more. It gotta, so now I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? But her shit is dumb. I ain't gonna lie. Her shit is dumb.
So
her shit is dumb.
The salve is not just for diaper rashes, of course, because it's a salve. Salves are made for skin irritants, period, right? So bug bites, you know what I'm saying? If you have eczema, if you have psoriasis,
I was about to say the eczema.
You know what I'm saying? Any of those things, it is going to assist with in your skin because it is antifungal and it is antibacterial, which is some of the things that people don't understand about skin conditions, right? You're suffering from a bacteria overload in your body, so your skin is excreting it in any way that it possibly can, which makes your skin gets irritated, and thus you have the eczema outbreaks or whatever, which is caused usually from too much yeast, too much dairy, you know what I'm saying, too much candida in the body. That's what it is, right? So you kind of need to go gluten-free, dairy-free for a while if you really have bad conditions. I can actually show you a little bit of something I'm working on right now. I got to change my diet. You know, I actually have eczema myself, and I realized that, you know what I'm saying, like the lack of care that I've been with my diet has made me have an outbreak, and I haven't had an outbreak in years. And also tobacco.
See, she gonna make me turn back into the old me. Because people who know me from back in the day know that I was the dietitian and the nutritionist, you know what I'm saying, in my community. So I'm teaching how to eat properly, you know what I'm saying, how to eat healthy. So I've lived my time as a vegan, as a vegetarian, and, you know, other diets, you know, pescatarian, you know what I'm saying. I've done quite a few. I've done raw diets, all of that. And, you know, I always kind of joke about it and talk about how when we first got together, you know what I'm saying, I was like on some plant-based eating. I just came off a raw diet. I got with her, she got pregnant. I'm thinking we about to go on some super healthy eating. She like, yo, I want some crab legs and lamb chops. And I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
I wanted crab legs and lamb chops at least twice a week.
And that was throughout the pregnancy and some after.
Listen, and it was like, you know what? And I didn't want it from no fucking restaurant. I'm like, no, I'm going to the grocery store and I'm going to get it myself to cook it, because I don't just eat 1 pound of crab leg, baby. You fuck around at a restaurant, you about to go dumb. You about to spend $200-300. Just give me $150 and let me go get me 5, 6, 7. I would usually get like 8 pounds because 4 of them is for me, and then the house gets split.
And she's not lying. She's
because they don't know how to eat them anyway. You know what I'm saying? They all want me to sit there and crack. When we eat crab legs, this man do not open no crab legs. He enjoys his crab legs already open and dipped in the butter, baby. Okay, that shit is already made. I already know when I do crab legs, I cook his shit, I open his shit and do his shit, and then I make mine. Cause I be damn if you think I'm about to eat whole crab legs. Nah, my nigga, nah.
Oh my god.
My baby, he don't know what it is to open up a crab leg.
With that being said, on some healthy eating, I don't know if I miss healthy eating more or if it misses me. You know what I'm saying?
It misses you.
Because it damn sure didn't miss me. Yeah, go ahead.
So that's so funny or whatever. Like, so yeah, like the skin, and no, I don't use it.
So your diet is 30% of your health.
Yes.
Period. Just automatically. Anytime, anything going on, what you eating? Mm-hmm. Let's start there. What you eating? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What's your sign? Right?
Yes.
What's your astrology? What's your astrological sign?
Right.
What's your human design?
What's your human design? Because your human design is tell you. Like I had to tell him, he'd be like, "Oh, I got to get off this beef." I'm like, actually, your human design requires you for you to eat red meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Oh, for real?" Nigga went dumb on burgers for a minute.
Yeah, but not that bullshit.
Nah,
it can't be. That's not what it meant.
No, so it did not. It did not. So it's like we find a good balance.
But I ain't no fan of no beef, so it ain't like, oh, let me go do my thing. Like, I'm ready to get back to some vegetables and fruits. I just explained to my children the other day, I just showed them they ate a bag of chips, the little quarter bag. You know, you get the mixed bag, the big box with all the mixes and shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So they enjoy their shit. I let them enjoy it. That's one thing that I learned is don't fuck up people's shit while they in the midst of it. So I let them bang them shits.
Yes.
They bang them bitches and shit. And they came around and they sitting around and I was like, hey, y'all know what y'all just ate? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, hold on, let me show you something. So I go get the box and they got a QR code. For more information on the ingredients, go to the QR code because I'm looking for the little section right there to say bioengineered ingredients. And it's not on there. And I know by law, they have to put it on there. So I'm going, wait a minute, where's the bioengineer? Because I know you ain't got some's bioengineered, some's not. Fuck out of here. So where's the fucking label? And so I'm looking all over the joint, and then I see a section that say, for more ingredients and information, boom, hit this QR code. Boom, I hit the QR code, pops up. Listen, they have made a symbol for bioengineered, and it looks like a circle with a farm with the sun coming up. It's something you'll look right past. Like, oh, like, yeah, no, I'm looking at it, and then it says bioengineered inside of it. I said, get the fuck out of here. So I said, hey, y'all, come here, look at this shit, y'all. So I pointed to, I said, you see that? They said, yeah. I said, you see what it say? Bio, say it out loud, bioengineered. Y'all know what that means? They're like, nah. I'm like, all right, let's Google it. Googled it, bioengineered. It broke down, you know what I'm saying, the meaning of bioengineered. And so I'm telling them, that's what it's telling y'all, that this food right here is not real. I said, so let me ask y'all something. Y'all know what corn is, right? They was like, yeah. I said, if I gave y'all corn on the cob with some butter, a little salt, told you bang that, like, y'all eat that, right? They was like, yeah, corn on the cob, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm with that. I said, all right, so if I gave you one of Zyara's plastic toys, and I said, here, this corn on the cob, and I give it to you, are you going to really eat it? And they like, no. I'm like, why not? And they like, because it ain't real corn. And then I points to the box like, yeah, that's what they're telling you about this shit. It ain't real corn. So my son look at me and say, so it's plastic? And I say, look, it's all types of things that are non-food. This is saying it's not real food. Yeah. I said, so what's going on is on the planet, people grow food and people see that people are paying money for the food. So they say, hey, if we make a fake version of that food, they'll pay us the money they're paying them. And we can make a whole lot more because you can only grow one crop during each season. We can keep making fake food over and over through the winter, spring, fall, and summer. And they started making fake food. I said, but the law is they have to tell you that it's fake food because it looks so real that you might mistake it for fake food, for real food. So they have to tell you that it's fake food. So if you eat it, you get sick and die. Nobody can say nothing to them because they can say, we told them it was fake food. I don't know why the fuck they ate that shit.
I don't know why the fuck they ate that shit. Listen, let me tell you, it was so funny. I was watching this video the other day, and the guy was explaining about these bioengineered food and the taste of them and what they do to our taste buds. And he says that they taste so good, so we are going to constantly keep eating them, but they have no nutritional value. So our stomach is constantly looking for some nutrients, so it's going to constantly keep sending a signal to our brain that it's hungry, you know what I'm saying, so that it can get some type of nutrients, and you keep on eating.
I'm so hungry. What is this? Please, this is some food now. Your stomach mad to the motherfucker. Like, can I please?
Yes.
Please have some food.
Yeah, you can go get it.
Somebody
you can come get it.
Shoveling bullshit down
so it's
here,
like
and I have to keep
your brain keeps signaling for you to give food. Please give me food. Please give me food. And you keep eating this fake food because it tastes good. You know what I'm saying? And you feeling full off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not. You're not getting the proper nutrients, so that's why it's like your stomach.
Mad to the motherfucker right now. I promise you. It's like, you son of a bitch. You don't put some real food down here. Stop putting this bullshit down here. I'm tired of cleaning this shit up. What is this shit? Oh, please, just the apple. Apple. A simple apple will do. A spinach salad, motherfucker. Some type of something, please. Ramen noodles. Doritos and a Fago. Bitch, please.
Oh my God. Oh.
Why you think these niggas risk their life standing on the corner to sell drugs and they make money to go throw it at strippers?
Okay, baby.
Their stomach is sending a signal to their brain and saying, I just don't give a fuck no more. This is some bullshit. Let's just self-destruct.
Why baby selling like that? Talk about something so hungry.
That's what your stomach.
Yes, baby. Okay, baby. Okay.
Hungry.
Woo.
Feed your body some real food, y'all.
Please.
The truth is, your body can heal itself.
Yeah.
It just needs the tools, and they're not in the
And
bags,
and
the boxes, and all of that.
Man,
I
it's
told my
telling you
kids
every
that.
day.
If you can't find where it's grown in nature, it's not real food. If you, I asked him, was like, what do you mean? I said, where can we find an Oreo growing in nature? Let's go Oreo cookie hunting.
Okay.
Where would we find one growing? He was like, you wouldn't. I'm like, then it's not real food.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck is we talking about? You know what I'm saying? If it
Okay,
comes
baby.
in a bag, if it comes in a box,
Come here.
if it comes in plastic,
Come here.
if it comes in some jar, 9 times out of 10, it's not real food. Now they have the preserving jars. You might get some real peaches and some fake syrup. You know what I'm saying? In a nice little jar or something. Or you might get the 100% natural juice. Okay, that's a healthier choice. You see where we're going? But if you can't find it growing in nature, then it's most likely not real food. If it comes in a bag or a box or a package, it's most likely not real food. And these are the things that we constantly shove into our bodies, and that's what we're talking about. Your immune system is thrown off because it don't have the essential amino acids or the building blocks that come from certain foods. You know what I'm saying? It's about 22 essential amino acids that your body needs to operate effectively. You know what I'm saying? All together. And I think 10 or 11 of them come from the foods we eat, and the other 10 we have to, supplement with. Okay. So, this is very essential. So, if you're only eating fake foods, your body is not getting the building blocks to be able to repair you, there's things going on inside of you that your body is supposed to automatically take care of, but it doesn't have the vitamins, it doesn't have the nutrients, it doesn't have access to, the ion channels coming in play, because you got a deficiency in certain minerals. It's just a whole lot going on. Your body is a natural machine, and it needs to be upkept. You know what I'm saying? You need to do maintenance on it. You need to do, it's very complex.
Yes.
As healers, the more that we studied, everything that we studied always went back to something physical as well as metaphysical. And so going into the physical and the parts of the body, we're looking at the way that the bloodstream work, you know what I'm saying, the circulatory system, the way that the lungs work. There's a lot of people who have issues with their lungs. They breathe and things like this. What's going on with those lungs? What's causing it to happen? What herbs will affect that? You know what I'm saying? Is it an infection? Is it swelling? Is it water in there? What's going on? And what will, alter that, change that, remove that, add that? That's essential. So a lot of the different things that we go through cause us to study the body and anatomy more and more the deeper you get. And the deeper you get and the more you study, the more that you realize that you don't know, and the more you have to study, and then you start seeing how complex all of this really is. You know what I'm saying? So my hand's cold. Oh. So, you know, it's really deep, you know what I'm saying? And it's very fascinating. You know, you have to have a love for learning.
Yes.
You have to have a love for learning. You know, because there's a lot of studying that goes into this. That's what we're pointing out. It's a lot of studying. Because, you know, you can say, what's good for this? Go to Google, what's good for this? All right, boom, it dropped you 13 herbs. Mix them all together, them Jones together, and use that, right?
Yes.
But then it's like, oh, shit, there was other things
that
at play that weren't asked. There's, like she said, about contradictions. Leave that alone. You know, contradictions, ages that can utilize this and can't, you know what I'm saying? The different people who pregnant and, you know, all of those different types of things. That's why even with me, I specialize in the sacred animal venoms. So a lot of mine is in there, you know, but I started out in diet and nutrition. That's why I know that that's the foundation before you even get into these higher levels. We tell people when you come to the P.A.D or if you come to the House of Genesis, that if you are not willing, a lot of our clients we tell, because it depends on what you're dealing with, but a lot of them we tell them that if you're not willing to change your diet over the next 90 days to 120 days of us working together, that there's no need in us working together. Because you're just going to reverse whatever work we're doing, and there's no need for us to waste our time, your money, resources, all that, you know. So that's always, almost always, because not always, but a large majority of the time, the foundation of before we even begin, your diet.
Okay, so I wanted to share a book with you guys, especially if I have any fellow herbalists out here, self-proclaimed, which usually
self-proclaimed or certified.
That's what I was about to say. I was saying self-proclaimed because usually you don't really even need a certification to say you're a herbalist, but it should be a thing because contradictions. Okay, excuse me. And a lot of the times people are unaware that mixing certain herbs together when people have certain ailments can actually cause damage. You know what I'm saying? So if you are not well studied in this and you're just like, oh, well, I get these herbs from my friend because she know herbs and whatever. Does she know the herbal contradictions? You know what I'm saying? How well studied is your friend? And so I invite you all to look up this great book. I'm going to give it to all of the cameras. So give me a moment. Boom. Okay. I see that? Really great book. Okay.
Herb contradictions and drug interactions.
And it gives you all of the different herbal contradictions and the drug interactions. And it'll give you even down to like if people are taking different prescriptions. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't have these herbs, like, period. You know what I'm saying? And if you are unaware of that, like, and it's very important to go through these consultations. It's very important to make sure that you know how to ask questions because people lie. You know what I'm saying? And they'll lie and it'll fuck around and be a harm to you because now they sick and dying or whatever because they done had these different herbs. So yeah, I just want you to be mindful of that. So get some education out here, okay? Go ahead and get some studying in.
Yeah. You know, we talk about that quite often. One, because we're lifetime students.
This is not even yours.
And two, because you know we teach.
This one is.
And that's like how a lot of people will just do things. A lot of us were forced to just do things. So it's no judgment. But when you've done things and you've been through things and you've seen things and you've learned and now you're trying to say, oh, I understand the importance of learning, you know, and having somebody teach you or at least because even for me, it might not even be somebody to teach me. I might teach myself, but I'm going back to somebody that's more qualified in this to seek, what is that called? counsel.
Yeah. And I follow excuse me. I follow a lot of herbalists, you know what I'm saying? But most importantly, I follow a lot of chemists, because chemists they are the scientists of it. They know um, deep down to the molecular level of what this herb does and what it can do. And there's this one girl that I really, really love. Her name is Black Girl Chemist on TikTok. And she is the bomb. Like, she gives great recipes, she gives great breakdowns for you to be able to understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she's super dope, and she is really, really, really well versed in all of these different herbs. So if you are a herbalist and you're interested, I say go follow her. But yeah, let's see, what else do I have? Oh, and then I wanted to talk about just a little bit of ritual, little bit of magic, okay? Because that is my absolute favorite work. And this is the one that I really, really, really don't share. Yeah, you'll catch me giving away teas.
I was even surprised that you just brought it up. I was over here like, oh my, where is this going?
Yeah, so like I make oils, you know what I'm saying? Particularly I make
Come on.
Money oil, and I make a great protection oil, as well as a few others. But right now we're just going to talk about the money oil. And I know we had a party one night, and I actually went around and blessed everybody's feet with my money oil. And I just want y'all to see what my money oil is sitting in. This great bottle of this old Avion bottle. You know what I'm saying? And it has, I think you can see some money floating around in there somewhere. Y'all can see it from the bottom. So this has been sitting in here for a few years. I have a couple different ones actually of money oil that have been sitting for years. Okay, years they've been sitting. Okay, get you some. Okay, because money oil, I mean, it's literally what it says. It's gonna magnetize it to you. Okay, but my absolute fave. This is a new one that I had just recently made, because I used to just do protection oils. But this time I was told to do a protection oil mixed with a fiery wall of protection, which I found very interesting, because protection is one thing, but when you put the fiery wall around it, that's kind of amplifying the intention a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And this blend was made, and I had made a powder. Oh my goodness. This blend comes with caution, because I tell the users of it to make sure that you do not get it on your hands, because it is
firebender.
Hot.
Unless you're a firebender.
And it is going to irritate your skin. Okay, because this is a very, 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 very potent, very, very, very ancient remedy that has been put together for root work. Now,
I remember when he was putting that together, and I was over here on some. I was taking the ingredients and I was doing something different with them in my head. That's all I'll say.
So
I was like, oh boy, I ain't that type of magician, but boy, oh boy.
The thing about it is, you got to know who you are to know what you can do. And I know that in my chart, in my human design, it talks about the level of protection that I have on many levels. So when people be like, "Oh, I got an army of ancestors behind me," and that's so cute. You don't want to know of the army that is behind me. And I'm just going to say that. So I extend some of that power when I create my protection oil. And this was actually the Defense Against the Dark Arts protection oil. There's actually a package for Defense Against the Dark Arts.
I love packages
that I have. You know, it's a whole little ritual that I do to protect you and protect your space. You know what I'm saying? And it's quite divine, I must say.
I love packages.
But all of this to say that I am now extending myself and sharing my magic with the world. I am allowing myself to reach levels and capacities that I feel like it's time to reach. And once it's gone, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait till the next drop. That's just how it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Every month, there's going to be a certain amount of products. And once they're gone, then next month, it'll be a certain amount of products. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that's going to work. And that way, I'll always be able to remain genuine within the works that I offer and what I'm given. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'll get to just play and enjoy doing what I do.
So like I was telling y'all, she had this whole, like, if she's getting these, because, you know, y'all know I be on my business shit. You know what I'm saying? Multi-business owner, entrepreneur, all of this type of shit, right? So it's like to have a woman who already has, like, everything needed to be successful in her business. I'm like, why you not moving? Like, what's popping? Like, we can use this space for storage. You know, like, fuck is all this shit about? Why we got walls of fucking herbs and all of these, like, magic potions? Bitch, what the, just to take care of the family? Do we need this much care? What is wrong with us? You know what I'm saying? I'm frustrated to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And she like, yo, I don't like to feel like I owe anybody my time. I don't like to feel like something's a job. This is something that is within me, and I'll share it when I feel ready and when I feel moved and when I'm in that realm. Like, she's real, like, she's serious about that. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I understood. So I told her, listen, do what you do when you want to do it, and then just do like some of the people that you even follow and are followers of, and how they do drops, where you can just do what you do, how you feel, whatever, collect that shit, and every 3 months, drop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Find a compromise, you know, in what you do. Keep it fun. I can understand that. But go ahead and let the peoples get a hold of the gifts that you have for them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it still took me months to integrate this.
Because as somebody who's used all of this shit, I bear witness to all of this shit. So for me, I'm going, oh, this is, like, as far as business goes, like, if I'm about to invest in a business, I need to see what I did. I need to see you put the product on somebody and them have a reaction. Like, they literally just walked in the door. They don't know nothing going on. They got a pain somewhere. Boom, you hit them with it, and then just bagged up. Don't even wait for no response. Just go on back to what we doing and see what, you know, type of shit. And, like, that's why I said I seen it time after time, because she would go, Greg, I like, how you advertising some shit to people that you don't even got out for sale? Like, type of shit is you doing? Like, here, try this shit out. Here you go. Like, what the fuck? And then here they go, oh, wow. Oh, shit. Oh, and it's like, yo, let me get that shit. How did Corey Blunt get that shit? He bought it. He bought, because you put some on him when he was up here. NBA player, y'all.
Oh,
NBA player.
and let me just
Big
tell
tall
you,
motherfucker, knees all fucked
that's
up.
my target audience.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I am looking for people that have had and experienced hard body impact. Period. Whether it has been sports, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's you've been in a car accident, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's you've had multiple surgeries, I'm talking about hard body impact. Whatever it is, where you've had to experience something within your body change and be different, you know, and that was very traumatic to it. Come fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Let me put my hands on you too. Ooh. I really love to do body work. That is like
also a part of House of Genesis.
woo! Yeah, so working on the body at full capacity is what I love to do. And I have all of these things, whether you're trying to manifest from the spiritual to the physical, to be able to assist you along your journey. And I decided to share it today. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Sharing.
Yeah, man.
Because the House of Genesis has a lot to offer. So you can go to houseofgenesis.org to find everything.
Sign up for the email list
while you're there shopping for all of these lovely products that I purchased.
And also House of Genesis, we, as all of the things that she just pointed out that, are available for purchase, or, if you're dealing with something and you heard something and you like, yo, I need that for that. But we also specialize in
so cute.
taking full journeys with people.
Come here.
So if you are on a journey to actually address an ailment, an illness, an uncomfortable or harm that is being imposed upon you internally from something, let's take care of it. The way we move is dealing with the kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? We're coming from all of the different kingdoms.
I don't want you to touch it.
The mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the fungi kingdom, the animal kingdom, the kingdom of man. And we're addressing those things.
Can I do your hair?
You know what I mean? And we have many modalities to do so with. We have the education to do so with. We have the connections with the people that whatever it is that we don't have, that we know you need, we can connect you with. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And we have integrity.
That
we have integrity. We will just as quickly tell you that the things that we have is not what you need. You need to talk to this person, or you need to do this.
Why you want to take it out?
As opposed to convincing you to do something just for a financial benefit, but benefit of dealing with an individual of a certain status, all of the different things like that. The foundation of our walks is integrity. You know what I'm saying? That's out of my mouth, period. You know what I mean? So, House of Genesis is one of the main things that I have found to be a passion for me in my walks is bring back the sovereignty to people for their healing, for their spiritual journeys, for their character growth and developments. Bring back their decisions to do what you feel like you're comfortable with to address these issues. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't comfortable with the hospital. Everybody ain't comfortable with a doctor. Everybody ain't comfortable with herbs. Everybody ain't comfortable with acupuncture. Everybody ain't comfortable with snake venom. Everybody ain't comfortable with ayahuasca. But you have those options. You have those options. And I like to try to bring as much control as possible back to our clients. I want them to be in control of what they want to feel, what they want to go through, what they want to experience, what they want to focus on, what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? That is my biggest focus, is how can we do this in a way that you are comfortable with, but at the same time is most efficient. and effective. You know what I'm saying?
Most efficient and effective. I think the most efficient and effective way to find that out is just reaching out. Let us talk to you about what you need, what you feel like you need. You know what I'm saying? Or you let us know what y'all want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What would feel good to y'all?
Right.
What do
that's
y'all?
The other part.
What do y'all want from us?
Right. Because I always say,
you know what I'm saying?
There's a difference in being a transdimensional travel agent and a spiritual tour guide. You know what I'm saying? Transdimensional travel agent, you told me where you wanted to go. I got you what you needed to go there.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Now, what happens when you get there and everything after that? That's not has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know how to navigate that. As a spiritual tour guide, all right, I'm gonna walk you through. I'm gonna navigate. We're gonna move through. You're gonna be exposed to these different channels and experience these different things. And it's like a walk with, you know. So it's the same thing when it comes to your even journeys of the body or focusing on healing or character growth and development or a spiritual journey. It's all the same. You can either decide on what you want to do and do that, or come and get a consultation and have individuals who walk certain paths say, hey, maybe you want to start here and then move into this and then experience this and then do, because this would be, you know, the more, advised way. It's, but we don't convince nobody. We don't, what's most on your mind?
I said, go ahead.
Oh, no, that was all.
Oh, so I had watched this thing earlier that said that most people don't know the difference between being in love and being in habit. You know what I'm saying? And then it went on to explain the different things of being in love, you know what I'm saying, and what that looks like and the type of connection that it is or whatever. And it talks about it being an intellectual connection first. You know what I'm saying? And how that to be able to explore different levels of consciousness or whatever, and then the emotions and the physical and all of that comes with it or whatever, right? And it was like, most people that are married aren't in love, you know what I'm saying? They're in habit or whatever. And it was like, okay. And a lot of the times I'll be looking like while we're on camera, and I be looking at like how close like my body just be kind of like leaning in, or how his will be leaning in or whatever. And I was like, there's a certain level of magnetism, or what is it called? Isn't that what it is? Magnetism that is like happens between people that are in love, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we have like this really intense ass situation or whatever, where it's like internally, when our nervous system feels any type of way, we gravitate toward each other. You know what I'm saying? To find that comfort and that calmness and that stillness as a reminder, or that to be grounded, you know what I'm saying? To just feel comfort or whatever. So it's like I be watching that a lot, like, okay, well, it's kind of easy to see if like I'm trying to either self-regulate, you know what I'm saying, or to assist him in self-regulating or whatever, or him assisting me in self-regulating. It's like it's kind of a natural flow that happens or whatever, right? So yeah, I just kind of just was noticing that as you were talking or whatever, how I was just kind of like leaning in, and I was like, oh, I needed some comfort. Like, yeah. So it's when I am like that 100 milligrams today. Yesterday it was like that too though. It's intense. Plus your little teaspoon got me over
I'm
the
gonna tell
edge.
you, this morning when I woke up, something was like microdose and cacao.
Yeah.
Like that's why it wasn't even a question. Notice it wasn't even a question. It was just like because did I ask you if you want some?
You did. You was no. You said. Yeah, you did. You said you want some cacao or whatever, and I was like, yeah. And then you came, and then you came in and was like, you want a microdose in yours, and I was like, I'm gonna take my microdose. Right. You was like, in it. I'm like, no.
So I knew. So yeah, I asked you if you wanted, because I already knew that I was making it. Like, and now it's kind of like as time has progressed and the things that have been, uh, revealed, it kind of makes sense. Yeah, so
yeah, because I was my
rest in peace to my grandfather, man.
Yeah, we're gonna go and deal with that.
Yeah.
So it was good to
rest
come
in.
How you feeling, baby? You ready to start today?
I'm still processing, right? I'm still processing. I guess that would be the word I'm saying. It's like, and like I said, because of the microdose, so you already know, I'm tapped into a lot of different things. I took 500 milligrams, so like half a gram basically. Whew. So I'm tapped into a lot of different things right now. So just the reality of what's going on from the aspect of the mindset that I'm in right now.
I don't have no strawberries. We about to go get some.
Is
and then I can use some yogurt.
Acceptance, understanding. You know what I mean? But it also is causing me to think about things that haven't been thought about before, which I find.
Get that oil.
I find interesting. Just like.
Yes.
Like how they say that.
Right there.
There's levels of initiation and rites of passages that happen once a parent dies or once a grandparent dies, or you know what I'm saying. Every time an elder dies, a library burns to the ground. So all of that is in there. So it's just a whole lot going on. I'm not sure exactly where that's gonna go yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so that's my answer to that. If I answered it correctly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this makes me think of Ta. And a lot of the talks that he did on grief.
And the stages
of it. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That shit is serious too, because I feel like I tell you this all the time. Like, I don't feel like I've even grieved my father's death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know, because sometimes it'll just hit me out of nowhere where I just be like crying and
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes it'd be like I be feeling regular or whatever, like I don't have any attachments to it, and then I go through a series of different emotions a lot of the time. So yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
And I'm going to say that, how people will talk about the tools they have and the teachings they have and the practices they have, and then when something hits them and they go through it, all that shit goes out the window. I don't feel like that. I feel like all the teachings we have, all the practices we have, all the tools we have, I know how to navigate this.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm consciously utilizing those tools live right now in my thoughts.
Because you did get the call live right now.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And we still went through our video and everything or whatever, and now we're actually allowing it to settle into your body and not redress it. So, yep.
Yeah, so, so yeah, I just want to point that out. Like, yes, having these tools, having a lot of these different teachings and things that we went through does help the processes of the things that we go through in life. That's why we be saying them. Like, if you want to make your life easier, shit. If you want to learn how to read the future and you don't deal with astrology, you don't really want to learn how to read the future
at all.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's written in the stars first. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the magic, mystical arts, and the sorcery and the different practices that we talk about, for those who are interested, a lot of these things are rooted in these fundamental practices. That's why those things is always classified and put together with a lot of the other things you hear about. Astrology and witchcraft. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, what type of witch don't know the fucking science of the stars?
Mm-hmm.
What type of witch ain't reading, you know what I'm saying, the movement of the heavens? Like, right? You know what I mean? What type of sorcerer ain't tapped into the celestials? What we talking about here? What type of magician ain't tapped into the mushrooms? Hold on, the leg getting started jumping shit.
Here
right?
you go.
Right. Come on, man. Talk to me. I talk back, talk a little shit, because I talk that. Y'all gotta let me know it's cool to talk. You feel me?
Oh,
y'all
is
gotta
that what
let
it
me.
is?
Yeah, you know, I be looking for the welcoming and shit, because they be like, oh, here you go with that shit. You like, all right, I'll keep it to myself. I'm just saying.
That might be
You know
getting
what I'm
my
saying? There's a
workout
few
on.
things that's a little bit deeper sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I might be able to little drop a jewel or two, leave a little trail or something for a motherfucker to follow. End up in a rabbit hole, fall your ass in there.
Baby.
You know what I'm saying?
The rabbit holes be real.
I ain't walk you into nothing.
Right.
I ain't even take you nowhere. I ain't invite you nowhere. I just look, brick room.
Brick room.
Brick room.
There's another brick
There was a hole and you fell your ass in. I don't know how the fuck he found a way up here.
Oof. That feels so much better.
Johnny Appleseed. So, anything else we wanted to address dealing with the House of Genesis? Dealing with, yeah. When you come to the House of Genesis, yo, you can see her, you can be in and out. But if you see me, yo, we gonna be getting.
I know it's not true. It's not gonna be no in and out.
I said if they can come see you and be. I'm talking about like getting the product.
Oh, well, yeah, you can be
come
in and out
get
with
some
that.
tea, come in and get some more. But if you see me, that means we about to have a nice little journey together for 90 to 120 days. If you come to the Psychonaut Academy in Detroit, you might come in and out. You might come in and out and see me. Come in, you definitely can come in and leave back out, right? Mm-hmm. But when you come to the House of Genesis to see me, we about to have a little journey. We about to have a walk for 90 to 120 days. We about to walk it through. We about to focus on the diet. We about to focus on the minerals, content, you know what I'm saying, internal as well as external. We about to focus on the plant kingdom, how to get your herbs right, how to get you balanced, what you need, you know what I'm saying? We going through the fungi kingdom, some of those, addressing things immediately, you know what I'm saying? Right now in a quicker time span, as we walk in this plant journey over the next 90 to 120 days. Boom, then we looking at the animal medicine. We're going to see if we need to cleanse and detox you, if we need to deal with some bioengineering with the snake venom. We're going to cleanse and detox you with the Cambo. We can use some bioengineering with the snake venom, whether it's removing tumors, you know what I'm saying, realigning the neurologicals, you know what I'm saying. I mean, listen, y'all, when we say we dealing with some higher level things over here, we're not just like on some like, we just bragging or just want to, you know what I'm saying, be boastful. No, we really are. And we also do brag and stuff and be boastful. Like, it's both. It's you know what I'm saying? It's both, because it's like there's two different energies here. You know what I'm saying? And,
I'm showing y'all how to get y'all self-care in while y'all handle business, by the way.
Yeah, man. You know, so I have a big energy by myself, and she has a big energy by herself. You know what I'm saying? So when we come together, it's like a lot of energy, a lot, and it's a lot of shit talking. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, ratchetness. It's a lot of hood shit, because that's where we come from. But we also are heavily educated. You know what I'm saying? Heavily experienced. We do know what we're talking about. We do know what we're doing. Like,
we literally show y'all how we navigate through this shit.
Right. Don't let our comfort of who we are fool you. And this is what we trying to explain when we say that, that this level of healing is available to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of your status, regardless of, you know what I'm saying, your quality of life, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Agreed.
It's really simple. It really is. A lot of people try to make it difficult. A lot of this shit is dinner table diseases. So think about the dinner table healings. Think about the foods and the substances that you consume on a daily basis, that just by changing those and adding the ones that will do even more assistance for you over 90 to 120 days. Just imagine what that do by itself. By itself. Then we come in with these modalities that are, you know what I'm saying, proven, that are groundbreaking, that are new. You know, we got all type of shit from the ancient to, wait a minute, what the fuck, where this hit America like a couple years ago, what the fuck, because that snake venom and that scorpion venom, you got a lot of people kind of like there's quite a few people who are aware of it, who've experienced it, who are familiar with it. But the good majority of the United States is like, what the fuck is going on? What are you talking about?
Right.
When we go and doing these lectures, we're filling the rooms up. And these people are really like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it feels good to be able to have the acknowledgement that people are like, damn, like this was one of the best fucking talks out of the whole conference. Like, and it's educating them on such a higher frequency to have an understanding like, damn, like we are really going through some genetic upgrades, some DNA upgrades, and people are needing to have the information about this shit so that they can get ready and prepared to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the practitioner class comes from, because it's like, we can't do it all. We don't have the capacity to take care of everybody on every coast. So we are getting an outreach to tell people like, yo, take this class so you can help your village.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And the people that you're surrounded with. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be slurping like that.
I mean, we have enough testimonials at this point. That's just that. Like, we have enough testimonials. So anybody who has any doubt, hear the testimonials for yourself. Mm-hmm. See the testimony, like, and they're not like lightweight testimonials. You know what I'm saying? Stage 2 cancer, we gonna monitor you until you pass away to cancer free. That's a pretty dope testimonial for snake venom. Then we had John Page with the arthritis, the worker, you know what I'm saying? Been working the pipe fitting and construction, all this shit for years, hands cramp, can't make a full fist. Does the copper, the water moccasin in between all of his joints. Shit, 10 minutes afterward, he can do this.
Right.
He said over the next 6 months, he was about 80% pain free. Mm-hmm. Come on, like we don't pay these people for these testimonials
at all.
We just provide them with what we said that we had that can assist them, and then we say, all right, what did it do? Can we record this? And then this is what they tell you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we mean when we say like we really tapped in with some deeper things. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, we leave it up to the client to decide on what things you want to take part in. Mm-hmm. Some people are not with magic. Don't do no magic. I don't want to hear about no magic. Okay, cool. That's cool. One less thing we got to do. Some people are not with animal medicine. They like, nah, I'm not doing. I'm vegetarian. I'm vegan. I don't deal with animal products. That was something that was like shocking for me. Like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. I never thought about that like that. Because we do have vegans who do medicine work. You know what I'm saying? Do Cambo, do snake venom. And then some was like, no, I'm not doing. And it was like, that was a new one for me. Like, of course, because this is, again, a new industry in the U.S. And so it was like, damn, that was deep. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how you have the vegans who eat and consume honey, and then the vegans who don't consume honey. Okay. And it's like, damn, if you vegan for health reasons or for the healing of it, if you are vegan for health and you don't eat honey, for me it's ironic. Like, okay, that's ironic. Mm-hmm. You're going to eat every vegetable on the planet, but you're going to avoid the most. Go upstairs, baby.
Go ahead.
Go upstairs.
That's enough. Take your cup.
Yeah, take your cup.
So my thing is I think that it's very interesting because everything is a living organism. You know what I'm saying? And so the vegetables or whatever, I remember one day I had either I had took a trip or either I was microdosed. I can't remember whichever one it was. But I remember like hearing and talking to the vegetables and the fucking fruits and stuff, and it was just like, oh my God, like it was like yuck, I'm eating this live thing because everything is alive. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say eat live foods. You know what I'm saying? In order to eat meat, you have to kill it. It says eat live foods for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, to give yourself life, because this is an energy exchange. If you eat death, then you become death. You become rotted. You die faster. That's where all of this comes from, right?
And yes, we eat meat. Let me just point that shit out.
We do.
Before we start with any type of, I heard it. Yes, we do. And listen to what the fuck she's saying.
Yes.
Okay. The fuck?
You know what I'm saying? We know when our bodies tell us to clean it up. We going through that right now.
As well as we've been extremists.
Oh my God. Yes, no, I was full vegan, no processed foods, no sugars, no none of that shit. I was literally just eating fruits and vegetables. I was barely eating cooked food, to be real.
And that's cool if you want to live that lifestyle. I've spent a lot of time being an extremist, and I've been trying to find balance. Okay? You don't know my walk. You don't know where I've been. You don't know the things that I've done. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about my diet. You worry about your diet. Everybody need to do that. Everybody need to worry about their own diet.
Everybody need to worry about themselves.
And you're going to be a client of mine, then I need to worry about your diet. I don't be walking around telling people what they need to eat, what they don't need to eat, what they need to stop eating, all of this shit. You become my client, I'm telling you what you need to eat, what you stop needing to eat, what you need to be doing, and all that shit. That's where that comes in. Outside of that's not my business. And I always tell her, you know what I'm saying, there's a difference between eating as a wise man and eating as a warrior. And be it that I represent both sides of that, I flip-flop between my eating.
Yes. It's all gone, baby.
Because I'm going to tell you, I can spend time in the realm of the wise man, being of counsel to my community, counsel to my family, walking wise, speaking wise words, and performing wise actions, right? I can and do exercise this. But at certain times, an energy might come to our community. An energy might come to my family. An energy might come to myself, where now a warrior mindset and movement is needed. The first thing that I'm doing, literally, is changing my diet. That night that I know that there's another energy that has become present in my circumference of whatever those levels, I'm eating beef. I'm starting to collect that aggression because I have that capacity. I know where to put it. I know where to put that so it can charge up into the energy that I might need to express. Now I'm operating and eating as a warrior. A warrior does not eat for longevity. A warrior eats for power. A wise man eats for longevity. So as a man, ladies, understand that you might need to change your man's diet based off of what's going on around you all. If you know that your man is entering into a combative or a aggressive type of energy to protect you and the family, then you might need to make a mistake. You say, I feed my man because I love him, and so I feed him the healthy foods. Okay, if you feeding him vegan meals, you're feeding him for longevity. You need to have the balance of knowing that if some type of aggression comes to his circumference, now you need to feed him as a warrior. He needs to be ready to respond, and you need to strengthen his body as well as the mind, as well as implementing these aggressive hormones into his body. Because when you eating on a vegan and a longevity base, you're not consuming this shit. So you don't have, that's why there's a lot of jokes about vegan men being soft. It's not so much as they soft, it's that they're not consuming the blood. They're not consuming these high hormone infused meat. And so this is why different individuals in the community will eat differently. They'll tell you the warriors are getting the meat. The family will get the roots and the herb and the bark and the leaf them, yeah. The warrior get the meat because the warrior gotta have that energy in them. See what I'm talking about? So we need to have this balance within ourselves of understanding what's actually going on. It ain't no, this diet is good for everybody, for all. There's healing diets, there's warrior diets, longevity diets, and then there's the common family-based. And that's based off of usually what the family grows. So with this right here, this would be one of those, what your community grocery store has family grows, is what you're foundating. So if they have lettuce, the spinach, the different things, some people don't have access to these Asian markets and these different markets. Because listen, y'all, there is a variety of fruits and vegetables on this planet that would blow your mind. There is a variety of fruits and vegetables on this planet that would blow your mind. What we know is corn is a genetically modified organism, is a monocrop. The monocrop, as soon as they started monocrops, that's when we knew that the planet and the usage of it was being like, nah, it ain't supposed to be no thousands and thousands and thousand miles of one crop. I don't bear witness to that. You know what I'm saying? Even the soil and the way that you farm, you change where you grow certain things. If you have a farm in your backyard and you've been growing for 3 or 4 or 5 years, and every year you grow the same things in the same places, you're doing your garden a disservice. If you grow corn, then you grow beans, then you grow onions, then you grow peppers, this and that. All right, next year change the plots. So now grow the corn in this plot, grow the beans in this plot, grow the herbs, and you got to change them and exchange them because they're taking and giving certain things to the earth, right? So when you do a monocrop, thousands of miles of one plant planted on the earth for years in a row, what you think it's doing to her? Fucking her whole shit up. The ecosystem is so fucked up and out of balance right now, y'all. Because this is natural law. You know, my bad, y'all. I know I be getting on a rant sometime and shit. You know, but same thing with your body. You need that same balance. I said the other day on the video, do you know where I learned a lot about relationships? So watch this. You know where I learned a lot about health, nutrition, and how to stay and keep the body out of healthiness. You know where I learned a lot about that?
Moving with the body.
Growing weed. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. There's a certain amount of amino acids, certain amount of vitamins, certain amount of nutrients, certain amount of things that needed to be implemented into the body for it to actively work right. There's a certain pH balance. There's a certain light cycle. Yo, a lot of people, because they sleep shit is fucked up. Let me tell y'all something. When you grow weed, the light cycle is very important. In the light cycle, watch this. This is very important. Not only do it need 12 hours of uninterrupted darkness, it needs 12 hours of uninterrupted darkness. Those 12 hours means that when we go to sleep, the light on the neighbor's house that beams in through the window a little bit, fuck our whole shit up. The street light that beams in through our fuck a whole shit up.
That's why those blackout curtains are so important.
We just started wearing
eye
masks, iPads, and them Jones black out everything. And the difference is noticeable.
Oh my God.
The difference in the quality is noticeable. And I'm telling y'all, a lot of health conditions are because influenced and altered by the lack of uninterrupted darkness throughout the night. This is something that was natural. The sun and the moon are natural. It's telling you, this is how much of this light you need right now. This is how much darkness you need right now.
Every fucking thing, everywhere fucking up.
During the summer,
what is it called? The
circadian rhythm. Yes.
Our shit is fucked.
Not just the street lights, the house lights.
Yeah.
The house lights.
All of it.
It's 1 in the morning and every light in the house is on.
Like, no.
You wonder why you sick. Right. It's 1 in the morning. The TV is on. No. Blu-rays, red rays, infrared, all type. Like, listen.
I can't take it. People would sleep with the TV on. I swear, when I was at my mom's house, I'm waking up in the middle of the night turning that shit off. Because what is you doing? You fucking up my whole shit. I can't take it. Like, my body can't sleep like that. I was so thankful that he wasn't that type of man. And, like, I don't really like having no TV in the room. And he know that, but I also do like having a TV in a room. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be like sometimes you need to chill and be able to have that or whatever. And so
we be unplugging the TV.
yeah, it's like, come on now, because I told him, like, that energy be fucking me up sometimes or whatever. But I just moved our organite device to our room because I know that we about to put that TV back in there. I already feel it.
But yeah, if you're dealing with, listen, let me just be real clear, real, okay. You come to the house of Genesis and you see me, let me explain something to you. For a point in time in my life, I was what's called a problem solver. And it was external. You're having a problem externally. Somebody, something, somewhere else is causing you a problem. Let's solve that. I am now a problem solver internally. But the way that I solve the problems is pretty much the same. We need to figure out who this enemy is, and I need to know everything about them. I need to know about their communication, what languages they speak, what training they have, what vehicle, where they be at, their locations, how they reproduce, if they got family, if they got friends. I need to know everything I can before ever doing anything else. And that's how we need to address whatever the illness, ailment, or discomfort in your body is. So I'm letting y'all know that you are taking a soldier on, and this is now the enemy. This ailment, this illness, this is a problem to you. And you are now hiring me to solve this problem. I'm a problem solver. I need to get rid of it. It's causing you pain, it's causing you money, it's causing you frustration. You don't need this headache no more. Not a problem. We're going to do the homework on what the fuck this person is. And it's not a person, it's character. As an illness, personification, that's what I'm trying to say. The personification of this illness. Oh, it's phlegm-based. Oh, it's cellular mutation-based. Oh, it's infection-based. Oh, it's, all of these different things. And then we're coming at it from its communication and stopping its ability to reach out for more help. It's stopping its ability to reproduce itself. We're stopping its ability to transport itself to somewhere else to either hide or do different damage. We're stopping its ability to protect itself, and then we're eliminating it.
Yeah. That's right.
So that's how so this is a 90 to 120 day war tactic. So with that being said, I need you to be on point.
Period.
This is something we doing together, and I need you to be on point. So if I'm your security and we in an actual event, and I'm pushing you down and saying, duck. Now, hold on, let me just reach up and grab this box of Twinkies real quick. No, duck. Don't reach up. Don't touch those. Duck. If I say run, run. If I say lay down, lay down. If I say get up, get up. If I say back up, back up.
Because not even your ear should be touched.
Period. And so what we're doing is we're eliminating this energy. And so me saying duck or run is saying stop eating this. Period. Start eating this.
Right.
Stop dealing with this. Start taking this. This is a walk that this is not oh, you came and see me and I gave you something and you went back and then, all right, a week later, you ready with a testimonial. No. This is serious. And if you serious, then we have to be serious. And that's why I started off with that diet thing, because that's what I'm telling you is like, there's going to be instructions that need to be followed. If you don't have the self-discipline, you don't have the ability to trust, you don't have the ability to listen and follow directions, you ain't be telling me what to eat, you ain't telling me what to eat. Don't reach out to me. Don't reach out to us. Don't do that, because I'm very effective in what I do. But we have to be effective. We have to be successful. We have to be in alignment. We have to be in agreement to do what's best for you as the client. I already know I got your best interest at heart. She already know she got you. I already know she got you, and she know I got you. We don't know about you. Because there's a lot of people who can't stop eating certain things, can't stop practicing certain habits, can't stop practicing certain mindsets. Because that's another thing is your mindset. Just like set and setting is important in a entheogenic journey or a psychedelic journey, it's very important in a healing journey. You have to have the right set and setting. And we mean the same thing in set and setting as we do when we talking about a psychedelic or entheogenic journey. All of that has to be on point and ready to walk through what we're going through. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging. Change creates challenges. That's why they start with the same thing. Cha, C-H-A. Change, challenge. Yeah. Chan, C-H-A-N actually would be. It's and again with channeling, change, challenging. Well, hold up, child, that's C-H-A-L. So C-H-A, all right, will be the prefix. But you see where I'm going here. Just dealing with the phonics and dealing with magic and the root, right? And looking at that change, challenge, channeling, all of these things, they're going to be, something that you have to be prepared for. You know what I mean? But if you okay with it, we are too. If you down to do it, we are too. You know what I'm saying? And our record speaks for itself. Our testimonials speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They really do.
He mentioned about, different programs and different walks that you can go through with him or whatever over a 90 to 120 day program. I also have a few offers as well that are very similar to that, geared towards the reproductive health. So yeah, that felt good to say. So yeah, I just want to invite you guys to check out the houseofgenesis.org and just book a consultation.
Yeah, that's the best.
That'll be your best bet.
That's your best bet. That's your best bet. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We'll do a cushion coffee with a cap. Not like fully, but that's basically what it is.
We'll be doing a cushion coffee. We had a cushion
coffee.
Right.
It's just kind of,
depending on wherever you at. I don't know what you go at.
Right. If you're in the Detroit area,
when you book a consultation,
is to book
you can still get it in person.
Yes.
So when you book the consultation online, you can say if you want it in person or not. And
right.
And we'll make those accommodations.
And if it's not in person and you want to do it in video, on video.
No, all of the consultations is on Zoom.
Oh. Well, I give the option of doing it on video or not though. Because you can still do it on Zoom but not be on camera. Because you just want to give that, because everybody's different. Some people want to build that comfortability. I'm just looking for that openness. But if you have to grow into that, I just try to respect everybody's design.
Yeah, you can have your camera off on Zoom though.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You can have it off or on.
That's what I was saying.
Oh.
So I was saying that's different levels. Having the verbal conversation, having the audio and visual, and having the face-to-face. And there's different levels of each one of those. There's different levels to each one of those, but
the in-persons are always my fave.
Yes,
that's
course.
Always my fave.
Yes.
And they always go over. When you online, you go get the time that's scheduled, but in person, we just kind of get the vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the channeling is so much easier for me because you right there. So, we tapping in. You on the microdose? I'm on the microdose. She might take her microdose. When I'm dosed up, I'm tapping in. I'm tapping in your energy. Period. I'm not. It's not no secret to it. It's if you know who I am and what I do, and you've been around. If you don't know, I'm letting you all know. This is where some people refer to me as a shaman. That's where that practice comes in at. I started off my practices within diet and nutrition and utilizing high level and high grammage psilocybin mushroom. So one of my gifts is to be able to tap in and time traveling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to be tapping in. I'm going to be channeling information. I'll be saying things in the conversation. You'll be like, damn, that's what I do. Like it's so funny how natural it is for me. I remember one day I was giving an example to somebody, and I was saying, and I was like, let's say that you breed and train Rottweilers and shit, right? And I go through this whole scenario, and then I drop the whole John, and he was like, yo, let me tell you why that's epic. One, because the whole way that you presented that shit was dope. He said, two, I train and breed Rottweilers. So it was very awesome that you tapped in and said that and used that as an example that I can understand. And so understand that when we close in our videos and I say, tell somebody that you love them in the language they can understand it in, that's because I speak to people in the language they can understand me in. Mm-hmm. And that's me tapping into them and channeling different information, different. So don't be alarmed, don't be scared. The first time it was done to me, it was scary, but it's just something that might happen here at the P.A.D or at the House of Genesis.
And I channel ancestral and celestial and galactical messages. So a lot of the times you never really talking to me. You ain't never talking to Tati. Like that ain't even ever happening because for whatever reason, I become activated throughout the conversation and the messages that your guys have been trying to give you are always going to be channeled through that at that time. So,
and sometimes she won't be talking to you. Mm-hmm. Because when you get into the light language, she is a light linguistic.
That was cute.
Right? Yeah, I did that. Yeah, that was get after 7. First time. Yeah. I don't think nobody else was saying that.
Heard it.
Right?
I heard it.
All right, cool. Because I be saying a lot of the shit that be going through the community. I'm a Leo, so I gotta toot my own horn. There be a lot of shit that be going around but anyway, she a light linguistic, so sometimes when she's speaking to your spirit or your soul, and the light language is coming out and different things like this, it's not for you as the person and the character.
Exactly.
It's for a different part of you.
Yes.
And this is a charging, it's activation.
Yes.
That you not even aware of what's going on.
But your soul know what the fuck I'm saying, baby.
Listen to me when I tell y'all that when it's happening, I'm aggravated.
Yes, he'd be so mad.
I just want to be clear. I just want to be straight the fuck up. Because I want people to know how real this shit be.
I'm cracking up.
Even in the midst of us being practitioners. We know. I was a practitioner before she came. She was a practitioner before we got together. It just kind of happened to be like, oh, you sure? Like, oh, shit, me. Cool. You ain't going to be scared if you get up 3 in the morning, I'm standing over a motherfucking boiling pot, saying some shit in a language you don't understand, looking at the moon. You're going to be like, oh, shit, well, let me go upstairs and do my own magic upstairs because he's clearly in his own shit. That's important to couples, right?
Yes.
So when this light language is being spoken and speaking to a different part of you. So when she is doing or performing, I know what's going on, but the character of me is like, oh man, I was not planning on being part of a spell tonight, whenever's going on. So it's like, fuck. And I got to just sit there and just take this shit. So but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I don't do anything mentally to disturb it. Be very clear. This is all intentional. So it's like, oh, fuck. Man, here she go.
Yes.
Like, why? Because she'll be, like, usually we'll go into the realms together. But there's points in time where she'll hop in the realms and it's like, boom. And I might not be there.
Yeah.
But I know she is. So, hey, let that shit go.
And sometimes, like, when I'm doing things or whatever, like, he could be minding his business and I tell him, hey, look at me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Or look at this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll literally just say, give me your attention. That's all I need. I don't need him to know what the fuck I'm doing or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
When we talk about magic and we talk about snake venom and we talk about the cobra stare, that's when that come in handy. Like your ability to just sit and focus in. And just not be emotional, that's when it come in. It's like, all right, bow. And you go into the cobra stare, and so now you're in a trance. So anything that needs to take place, it can, because you full focus. You locked in. And your emotions are shut the fuck down.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I be needing. I don't need you to be all questioning me and shit. That's why when he said, like, it was very important for me to, I said we was going to talk about that, like the intentions behind manifesting the partner that you desire. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember everything that I went through to manifest him. I remember the first dream that I had about him. I remember exactly the room. I am literally waiting for the moment that I dreamed about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's been so crazy. Like, I remember dreaming about him. I remember talking about what he looked like, what he smelled like, oh man, like I was very intentional and very detailed about what it was that I desired out of a man. And I got that shit to the core. And I literally said it. I'm like, I need a man that can handle me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because baby, if I can push, baby, I'm going to stomp.
Hey, you know what's funny? Couple things. One, House of Genesis also goes into the magic, and that's where we've apparently stumbled into talking about, right? Two, I also wrote petitions and did my own magical works and things of this nature. And what's funny is I was very detailed because, like, there's a lot of different things that I like about women. Like, I love women. I am a fan of women, right? And so when I'm trying to put together in my mind, I'm literally taking attributes from different women. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, Aaliyah, like, I love her ratchetness.
Hello.
And just her, like, give a fuck, and I'm just going to say whatever. Put that in there. All right. Oh, my baby mama, I love that she was connected to a certain culture. Put that in there. Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Like, and so it was funny because I literally pieced together, like, all of these different aspects. And then I put it into a certain body, and then I put it a little accessories on it, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, just being poly and having all of these different attributes from all of the different women I had, and being like, I like that about her, I like that about her, of course, I've always thought, what if you could put all of this into one person? Like, get the fuck out of here.
We talk about that a lot, like, man.
Right. So I wrote a petition and did my magic as well. I still have.
And for us to manifest each other or whatever and be saying that, it just was so crazy because I remember, like, the closer that I got to him, the more clear the messages became. Like, you're about to meet somebody or whatever. He's going to be your teacher or whatever, but this is also going to be your partner. So when I actually met him, I was like, could it be this nigga or whatever? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is the difference is I was seeing in our dreams and our futures, like, so his hair is just now getting to the length of where it should be when I was seeing him in my dreams. So I know that by the time next year gets here, that's going to be the exact time of where I was and what year I went to see him in, to see the person that I was going to be with. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. Like, I remember so many different things about, you know, that or whatever, down to, he had to be either the weed man or he needed to grow weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that I was very, very specific because I knew what I needed for myself, honey. I don't need nobody talking about you smoke too much or any of that. Nah,
because I believe in mine, that you had to be an FDA, my Food and Drug Administration. You know what I'm saying? She need to know about herbs and how to heal naturally. Because it's a certain person that has to be next to me because of what I do.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? I can't have one of them Barbie doll, I do this and I eat this and I practice this, and if you get sick here, go Advil ass women next to me. And I ain't knocking them. I'm just saying they ain't for me type. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a relationship with the planet Earth, because I got one. But you also have a relationship with the Celestials, because I got one. And I don't want to be going places. And they be, hold on, player, your girl not allowed over here. And it was real weird, because it's like, wait, so you want a ratchet bitch, but somebody who's celestially accepted? Yeah, we got a perfect one for you.
Yeah.
And here we go, right? Because everything's like, it's crazy, but you got to think. So what am I? Like, I'm like the same, putting all of this shit together. Like, how you gonna have this
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
what
come
I was
on, really?
asking for was some wild ass shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, I wanted a man that ran his own business and had understanding, because I'm an entrepreneur and I have been my entire life. So that pick up and go lifestyle, I needed that. I needed him to be able to be like, nah, baby, you said you want to go out of town. All right, how many days we gonna be gone?
And another thing I want to point out,
I've
learned to not judge. So when it comes to magic, when it comes to practitioners, when it comes to artists of their own crafts, whatever they do, I have. So in my works, I found that relationship magic is not a fast magic.
Oh.
So I just want to say it like that. I don't know who you going to, what works they doing, whatever like that. But if you come to me and we do some type of relationship work, and then next month you like, oh, I met my mate. Oh yes, we about to get engaged. I'm like, I don't think that was them.
Okay.
That was just
that was just a preview.
The practice realm, right? That's the practice.
Yes.
You gotta practice your magic.
Yes.
That's why it's called practitioner.
Oh.
So no. Hold on.
Please slow down.
I don't think so. Go ahead and just see where this goes. See what happens.
Because it's some lessons that you need to be learning right now.
Yes.
We just getting to the meat of the grease.
Once I did my petitions and I did my magic work, that's where some shit started at. And I started coming across some things. And I was like, oh shit, this is clearly from the magical realms. I already knew. Because I ain't dealt with certain types of shit. And I'm going, whoa. Okay, this is a golem. This is a golem. Okay, this is a succubus. Like, yo, you open up magical realms
and magical shit
start
come
coming
out, baby.
Okay,
and it literally put
before your shit get here.
It literally put me in things to prepare me for him and prepare me for the things that me and him were going to experience.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And it literally took me so long to still, like, even if I knew it, it was like, all right, this is it. But it would be like, nah, it's this. I still took so long to integrate with, like, all right, bitch, no, this is really him, because the way that my body started feeling every time that I would leave. The way that my body respond, you know what I'm saying? And he'd be saying, like, bitch, you don't feel this? Like, what the fuck is you doing? And I literally told him one time, I was like, all right. I was like, I'm just going to have to tell you for real. I was like, nigga, my body be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, my body be fucked up. Like, I literally be, like, internally, like, struggling, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, once I realized that, it was like, okay, lean into that a little bit more and try to recognize what that is, like, what is really going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening to you, you know? So yeah.
And you know, mine was the seeing the future in the beginning. Yeah. That's why if you hear our story, when I opened the door the first time we met and she walked in, I was amazed. I was like, oh shit, you gonna be my baby mama. You my baby mom. And she was like, what the fuck? Like,
no, because I don't have intention of being a baby mama, bitch. I'm ready to be a wife. You talking about other
jump,
shit.
I'm talking about every single thing about the way I fucked with her was different from any and every woman I have ever fucked with.
So
all of them.
I'm a naked babe. You know what I'm saying? I am a naked babe, okay? And I came over one day and I had on nothing. I ain't have on nothing, you know what I'm saying? And I was laying on the couch, and I think I had on a skirt, and the skirt just kind of opened up, and he seen my leg tattoo, and he was like, oh, hell no, what the fuck, you got all these? And he started just pulling my clothes off, and he started just seeing me or whatever, and he seen the tattoo. He was like, oh, you for sure mine, and he got to my back. And there's
the fuck up, like...
There's a specific tattoo right at the top in the middle of my back. And he said, what the fuck is that? He said, is that a Papa Legba sigil in the middle of your fucking back?
Like,
and I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was like,
spot,
nigga, like, oh, you for sure, man. Like,
that's mine right though.
Like, nigga, you mine. Like all of this, like that ain't.
I'm an independent contractor, but you know who I be doing a lot of work for? Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
And
it's a gift
started my initiation into Ifa, and I never completed it, but I have Oshun on my crown. I am the priestess of Oshun, and I, have Ishu on my feet. You know what I mean? So, yay.
Yeah, so so again, when you set your magic and you set your intentions, that's why I recognized her when she came. Because like I said, like you gotta understand, this is what we talking about when we come into these magical realms. A lot of people, you ain't ready for this shit. Yeah. And I don't say that as a judgment. I'm saying it on the mindset of how you understand and see, and because we have this trained eye, and this is why I'm saying when I put the magic down, and then Golem started showing up, succubuses, and these things from these magical realms, I was already aware of what was going on. So when she came, and she, understand what I'm saying, she has the sigil on her body. I'm seeing any woman I'm coming into contact with, you come in to play the part of something. Yep. Period. You come in to play the part of something. I know what I'm waiting on. I know what I'm waiting on. I know what I'm looking for. So a lot of times, I'm just allowing you to entertain me. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Until, and not on some like, because you got to remember, I'm polygynous. So it's not like I don't give a fuck. It's just that I know that something's coming that I have to address magically. I know something's coming that has to be addressed that's been prophesied. So my love for those women I deal with was what it was. But I know that these things that I'm seeing from the magical realms, I know why they're coming. Yes. So when she came, these when we met, I already knew there she fucking goes. Mm-hmm. That's why I said it. I ain't had ain't no motherfucker finna say to no woman when she walk in the first time off a meeting. And this is literally the very next day after we talked on the phone. At my house. Keep that in mind. She came to my house by herself, and my first words out my mouth was, "Oh, you about to be my baby mama." That sounds very fucking aggressive and sexually inclined. I did not give a fuck. I ain't never said that shit to no woman. But I recognize, I'm like, oh shit, this is her. Mm-hmm. So like she said, when we started spending time, it just, everything just started lining up. The motherfucking origami from Johnny, the motherfucking tattoo on her, organite, the tattoo on your back, the certain things that we were sharing back and forth about our practices. It was like, I'm going to take it even further. You know what I'm saying? The day that I agreed to be his, okay? Oh, all the way down to that. The very day we walked to the park, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I agreed to be his girl or whatever, and he was like, all right, cool, and we walked to the park, okay? And I said I am a priestess of Oshun, okay? We walked to the park, and he on the phone, he on a business call, you know what I'm saying? And we walking or whatever, and I see something shiny. Hold on. I was on the business call that I had been waiting on for at least 2 years. Yes. It was one of those calls. It was one of those sealed. It was like, wait 1 minute. Yes. Because mind you, I'm trying to get with this chick right here, but this is the dumbest call I done got on some business shit. Oh, like blessings on blessings. This was the biggest deal that he had ever made. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, okay, and as this is happening, I see some shiny shit. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm a 3. Okay. I like to explore and experience. I'm a kid. So the shit shining or whatever, and I wander off. And it is a pile of jewelry. It was a pile of jewelry. Not just any kind of jewelry. It was pearls, mother of pearl. It was gold. You know what I'm saying? It was so many beautiful things. And I was like, oh my God, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, it was an earring, it was a choker, it was a bracelet, it was rings. I'm talking about the full set. Adorable. You know what I'm saying? Like just all of these things. And I'm like, wow, this is so magical that I just found all of these beautiful things. I was so excited or whatever. And he showed me, and he had sealed this deal or whatever. And it was like, all of the things, it was so magical, it was so divine. And then 3 days later, I was like, no, you have me fucked up. I'm not doing this. Right. Because, they always say, you want to look at something, don't go look at the beginning. So it was kind of like an introduction. Yes. Yep. Yes. She's been trying to run from the beginning.
From the beginning.
And she's been doing a good job of it.
He's been doing a good job of it. She's not going nowhere.
Very fast.
So it's like now having an understanding, like,
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, Ashe, this is what you've been. It's 5, 4. It's what you've been manifesting. It's what you've been asking for. It's what you've literally been waiting for. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't run from what you asked for. You can't do that. You can't run from it. You have to fucking run to it because this is what you asked for. Period. That's it. Right?
Yeah, man. So once you get into the magic realms and you get into putting that magic down, hey, I'm trying to tell you, like, to whom much is given, much is expected at thine hands. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because, fuck this shit.
Likewise, because I was like, I did not. Like, it was a few things that I forgot to say.
Like, you can never be specific enough.
It was a few fucking things that I forgot to put in the petition, you know baby. Shit.
But like we said, there's a price for everything. Right? You know, there's a price for everything. So yeah, we cracking jokes, but that's because we can. Because we know the realities of life, and we know, you know what I'm saying, how deep it goes. You know what I'm saying?
He used to tell me that I was his twin flame and shit or whatever. He like, you my twin flame and this and that. And I used to be like, whatever, like he gassed it. You know,
yeah, no, because I got a soulmate.
Whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
And so we just throw around.
Right. So it was like, whatever, you know, I didn't even really have a full understanding. Like I had heard about it or whatever. And one day I came over and he had an invocation plan. And when I walked through the door, like I literally felt it. And I said, what is this? I said, what is this? What is this? And he was like, what is what? I was like, nah, like, what is this you're playing? And he was like, it's a twin flame invocation. And I was like, And I told my friend, I said, listen, I said, whatever magic he doing, I said, I like it. She was like, friend, I was like, no, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, because if it was anything that I felt was out of pocket, I know how to combat that shit, bitch. I'm playing around. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't feel wrong. It felt like activations. It felt like something that I remembered. It felt familiar.
And let me say, we're talking about this real loosely, real fun, and all that. 2:22. 2 hours and 22 minutes we've been talking. We're talking about this all fun and everything, right? But let me just be clear. We had radical consent from each other.
Yes.
Like she said, we both in these realms. I don't practice magic a whole lot, and I don't take it lightly, right? So when I did my magic to bring about my mate, that's my magic.
Yes.
When we met, I already asked, like, so how you feel about magic? Like, all right, if you want to, like she just said, I did get down in these realms too, so do what you want. So I get consent before I do anything on anybody. Yes. I believe in radical consent. Yes. I believe in you saying, I'm okay with that.
Ashe.
You know what I'm saying?
Ashe.
So anything that I was practicing, it was like, shit, she had already put it down that she was cool with it. So I just wanted to be clear about that. Also.
And that meant that he had an understanding that, me too, nigga.
Yeah.
You got your intentions and I do too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it was a whole let's play, you know.
Hey, 222 said 222.
Ashe.
Hey.
Ashe.
Yeah, don't play with the magic, man, unless you really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And don't do that shit on everybody, because we didn't do it on each other. We did magic separately for ourselves. And it manifested each other.
Ashe.
So once we get there, like I said, then it's, okay, do we have consent to move forward in what we're dealing with? Both of us are in those realms, y'all.
And I still ask moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I don't just do shit without his permission. Like, and that goes for body work or whatever. Like, sometimes I might just go ahead and touch him and knock some shit out. But when I know I'm about to go in or whatever, because I know that a lot of the times when I'm getting ready to do that, it's going to bring about certain emotions and certain feelings and certain things. So I have to ask, like, hey, can I do some work on you so I can know, like, are you in a place to even want to purge in this type of way? You know what I'm saying? To release this type of shit out of your body? Like, you have to always ask for consent. Like, it's just not a one day thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly making sure that our agreement is refreshed.
Because you got to think, and I know this might sound crazy to y'all, but this is just real. Everybody's not addressing everything that they're going through. And that's their journey. That's what I remember what I said in the beginning. I want to bring back sovereignty of the decisions of your healing, your spiritual and character growth and development. There are people who have certain things that's going on that they know that's there, that they are not interested in addressing. And that is their choice. And so if you just like, you know what, I'm about to pray for them. Oh, you know what? I'm about to do some Reiki on them.
Right.
Oh, you know what? I'm about
to get consent.
Yo, you ain't getting no consent on that.
Yeah.
You got to get consent to do Reiki. You got to get consent to do healing arts. I don't do no magic. I don't be like, oh man, that's fucked up her. Somebody going through something. Let me do this dragon healing spell real quick. No. The fuck is you talking about?
Okay, they ain't even know the dragon lineage.
You know what I'm saying? And not that they have to, but for that spell,
yes.
I have to meet you in the dream realm. Mm-hmm. So you got to know, so you'll know that you're supposed to see me. Mm-hmm. And when we see each other in the dream realm, you know you're healed. It's been addressed. But you got to come meet me in the dream realm. Mm-hmm. So even there, not just consent, but you got to participate. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, yo, I seen you in my dreams. And I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I do a lot of dream realm, dream walking.
Listen, and when people be like, oh my God, you were at my journey. You and Tati or you and Seven was in my journey. And
yes, we will be.
And we were like, yeah. that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we're always working, like constantly. I am working multiple dimensions at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to astrally go and stay present at the same time. Like I've literally perfected understanding where my consciousness splits. You know what I'm saying? And how to maintain it, you know, so.
And I've taken going in the deep doses, deep diving, and now having a flush of children and other business things going on and exchanged it for almost daily microdoses. So I'm on, you know what I'm saying, 300 to 600 milligrams almost every morning. And so this is giving me the ability to stand right on that ledge of consciousness and be able to deliver and challenge the different things that's needed when people are coming to me for the guidance or for, you know, whatever it might be. So instead of just doing these deep dives, now I'm spending a lot more time, you know what I'm saying, with the channeling, and I'm actually enjoying. This is where the videos over the last few years came from. Switching from going on the deep 5, 10, 15, 20 all grams, stuff like that, and actually just spending a lot of times during the mornings. That's why I be telling people in the mornings is the best time to get with me. When I'm tapped into those dimensions, I'm tapped into those realms, you know. So yeah, man. So for those who don't know, you know, allow us to reintroduce ourselves. This is the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, as well as the House of Genesis. It's the mind and the body. You know what I'm saying? And the spirit is the connection to the both of those things. You know what I'm saying? To me, sexual expression is the expression of your, what's the word I'm looking for? Holistic health. Your holistic health, which is including your spiritual, your emotional, your physical, all of these different things is expressed through your sexual. Because it even covers the magical relevances. You know what I'm saying? Your go potty, baby Seven. Your creativity and your sexuality are connected. This is the magical realm. And also, like I was pointing out, a lot of the magic that's practiced here, or from my point, because she does different magics, I do different magics. When I do magic, I do a lot of placement magic, placing things into the realms and allowing them to materialize into what we call the space and time continuum. Mm-hmm. So this is a magic that includes time. So it's something that develops, you know what I'm saying? Where some people do candle magic and a lot of these different magics that are more immediate. They're more immediate, you know? So you want to know what things you're dealing with, you know what I mean? But these are the realms of the things that, for those who don't know, that are practiced, exercised, utilized, and shared at the House of Genesis and the Psychonaut Academy in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this morning we came together like, yo, you want to go live? Like, you know, sip on some cacao. You know, rest in peace to my grandfather again. Still processing, you know, because, yeah, that was the call that came in while we was live this morning, and my grandfather just passed this morning. So, something that is going to affect the community, going to affect my family. My grandfather was a reverend. You know, he was a community leader, a man of the people, very powerful man, very strong man. You know, a man of a lot of different crafts. He was a builder, roofer, construction, reverend, minister. He also made wine. That was something that I learned not even a few years ago, you know, having a conversation where me and my mother didn't have a relationship for like the last 30 something years. And we made a reconciliation at my grandfather's house about 3 or 4 years ago. And in the midst of that reconciliation with my mother, having conversations with my father, I was explaining to my mother I own a winemaking company, just different things. And my grandfather was like, "You say you make wine, you come from a long line of winemakers." And I'm like, "No, I didn't know that." And he was like, "Yeah." And he sat there and he gave me the recipe for his family, our family wine, you know. And it was a very interesting, like, wow, I had no idea. So, you know, a lot going on. Shout out to my grandfather, rest in peace. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all tapping in, spending time with us. She's over here explaining to my son the effects and the usages of dragon's blood. So apparently somebody's flesh just opened up and is bleeding, and so she's walking them through the understanding of dragon's blood. Again, this is a culture. We live this. When we say all of the things that we produce, that we talk about, that we go through, this is because this is our lifestyle. All of our babies, you know what I'm saying, down to the youngest. We talking about Cambo, we talking about snake venom, dragon's blood. We talking about herbs. We talking about just like this is real, y'all. This is real. This is not just something we just talk about. This is real life. And if you ain't hip, if you ain't up on it, you know, start off slow. If you got some questions, let us give you the understandings. You know what I'm saying? Let us take you to the next level. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down. We're gonna get up out of here. Gonna move on to other things. And I just want to say, tell somebody today that you love them in the language that they can understand it in.
Peace.